And happy Tuesday, December the 19th. We're still in Romans chapter 6 with this, the verse that starts with or. Or are you unaware that all of us who were baptized into Christ Jesus were baptized into his death? Therefore, we were buried with him by baptism into death, in order that, just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, so we too may walk in newness of life. Jesus told us in the Gospels, if you want to follow me, you must take up your cross. Well, Jesus actually is saying that before he takes up his cross. You see, they live in a Roman culture and society and a country that is ruled by the Romans, and the Romans punished people by the cross. So when Jesus says this, there's a vivid imagery that Jesus is invoking here. You see, what he's letting us know now, 2,000 years later, is we must die to ourselves. Paul says our baptism is an identification with and in the death of Christ. We die to self. We are buried in baptism. See, dying to self is a death to our selfishness. You've heard me share these words before. The whole idea of selfishness and self-aggrandizement and things like self-esteem. All these things in our culture and society that point to the self. These are things that the Bible teaches us we die to. See, God allows us to make our own choices and actions and attitudes. And quite honestly, in the world we live in, we can be enticed to be self-serving. You see, if we're living for ourselves, we have not died to ourselves. Following Jesus means making Jesus our priority. Our lives must reflect our faith. We are baptized into his death, into Jesus' death. Romans 6, 3 and 4. Or are you unaware that all of us who were baptized into Christ Jesus were baptized into his death? Therefore we were buried with him by baptism into death, in order that, just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, so we too may walk in newness of life. All right. See you Wednesday.